Holy crap! Just casually strolling in here. What's up, everybody, and welcome to the first double-digit episode of Brian's Book Bastion. It's good to be here. I'm feeling a little loose today here after reaching a milestone. I feel like every other episode I'm so caught up in the agenda of what I need to be talking about that I get so rigid, but it feels a little bit better to just be casual with the camera today and kind of take stock of where the show's been so far. You know, I just started in January, but it really feels like I've been doing the show for so long. It's kind of crazy how much time this thing actually takes out of the day. But it's been super fun, in all honesty. I usually have segmented out my week into Monday I'll film, Tuesday I'll edit, and then I actually have a second channel that I've been working on that's for music production and video production on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And I feel like over anything else, despite what it looks like from the outside, I've been getting a lot better at video editing, and it's been super cool for that alone. But overall, this channel has definitely improved my reading life as well. It's so funny. In the first episode, I was supposed to highlight the fact that this channel was specifically to keep me accountable to the reading goal that I set at the beginning of the year. And then I was so caught up in the newness of it all and being camera shy that I didn't even say the number out loud. And so I had to use one of the classic Brian's Book Bastion subtitles at the bottom to even let people know that it's 20 books this year. That's 2-0, I guess. Or is it the other way? 2-0? 2-0? So it's 20 books, and so far I'm actually ahead of schedule. If I look at what I've read so far, I have this stack here of 4 of the 5 books so far. And so this is just kind of going to be the first quarter. What is it? The first quarter wrap up. There we go. I actually got lucky. I haven't enabled custom thumbnails yet, and so the last 2 videos, it actually picked up the 2 title sequences that I actually wanted, and so I'm going to roll the dice again, see if that one gets picked up, and if you don't see it, you know what happened. But it's been amazing how motivating the channel actually has been for me personally as far as the reading goal goes, because I know I have something that I need to talk about every week, and so I'm always thinking, oh, instead of, watching another episode of this or that or playing whatever game, I should read a little bit more just to make sure that I'm not cramming it all in at the last second. But that's not to say that I haven't done that already. Specifically for this one here, I kept thinking, oh, it'll be easy. It's so short. I'll be able to just fit this in a little bit every day. The last day or 2, I was really cramming this thing in at the last second, but got it all done, got the video out there, and it ended up being one of my favorite videos I've done so far. So check that out. It's the very short introduction to postmodernism. But yeah, I think I calculated in a previous episode how many books I needed to be reading per month, and I think it was close to a book and a half. And so with this book right here that I'm reading, I just started If on a Winter's Night, A Traveler by Italo Calvino. If I finish this by next week, which I hopefully should, because that's what the next video is on, I will be right at 2 books per month, and so I'll be ahead of the reading goal, and it feels pretty good. My boss also gave me the 3rd book of the year, which is crazy because I only got 1 when I first started last May, and now I have 3 already in 2017, so I'm just going to say right here, it looks super interesting, but I will probably not do a video on this, and I'll for sure let you know when I'm done, but that'll be about it. But it's crazy. Not only has this channel been a motivational tool to actually finish books on a consistent basis, but it's also kind of forced me to pay more attention because I know that I have to transmit some information by the time I'm finished with it to all of you guys. That's not to say that I'm always doing the best job, but I'm at least retaining a lot more information and making connections that I maybe wouldn't have before so that I can clearly explain them to the audience. Not only that, but something that's super obvious that I really didn't think of that is kind of interesting having a channel is I know there's a video on YouTube of this guy that takes a picture of himself every day for I don't know how long. I think there's a bunch of projects. One's a year, one's I think even 5 years or something like that. But every week I'm doing a video, and so just to see how I've changed since episode 1, or I guess even 2 when I got a haircut, to right now with having super shaggy hair, probably needing a haircut, and having a beard, I look back and I'm like, dude, you don't even look like the same guy. And so that's been another interesting part of having the channel for sure, and it'll be fun to look back even once the year's over to see how I progressed week by week. Now there's definitely going to be more wrap-up videos at the end of the second quarter of the year, the third quarter of the year, and then at the end of the year, so I don't need to get into too much right now, but now's the time to flip it back on you. How's your reading goal going so far? Is it everything you expected it to be? Have you been meeting your goals? Have you found a new favorite author, new favorite book? I definitely love to know. I know the interactions on YouTube haven't been super extensive so far, but I'd really love to hear from anybody that's watching this, where they're at with their goal, and kind of compare notes and see if you can do some motivating for me. I've definitely appreciated everybody that's watched so far, whether that be passively or actively. I know some people have some criticisms that they want to address, like, what in the world is going on back here? You all know the deal with the curtain. Basically, people are looking for a bookshelf. I promise I have one right over there. I just don't have good lighting or a good enough camera to capture it right now, but as this thing progresses, maybe you'll see some improvements both on the technology front and on the scenery front. I'm super excited for next week's video already. This book, I'm super excited. This super fun. Lord Almighty. I'm super excited for next week's video. This book has been a really fun read so far, and I will have to take the opportunity to give a shout out right here. My girlfriend was giving me some grief that during one of my previous videos when I was talking about getting into Kurt Vonnegut, that I didn't mention that she was the one that actually got me into him in the first place, and she was the one that let me borrow this book as well. So hats off to Jamie. She's making the whole thing possible. All in all, the journey's been great so far. I'm glad you've joined me for the portion that you have, and it'll be cool to see what books pop up in the next few months and beyond. Thanks for joining me on Brian's Book Bastion, and keep those reading goals up. Ooh.